What's going on, everybody? Rob here, Trev2323. I'm on like day 26 working in this back porch. You're gonna see all the videos of everything I've been working at. I got my big buddy here with my propane tank, and that's what I got this warmed up with because it really, the bottom fell out on the cold. It got cold over here. We had an Arctic blast and everything. So I'm in the back porch now. You see just t-shirts and everything, and I got my insulation to put on. But before I'm putting the insulation on, I feel on the ground at the bottom of the floor. I'm caulking right now because I feel coming through the bottom right here just like a little draft. So I'm using the DAP window and door and siding, and I'm caulking like all around the base, all around the perimeters as much as I can. It does smell pretty bad in here, but I'm just trying to get as much draft as I can. Now I am gonna put the Pink Panther down on this floor. This is a 110-year-old floor. When I clean it all out, I'm going to put the Pink Panther down on this floor, and then I'm putting the floor over that, like a subfloor over that 1/2 inch, and then I'm putting the floor on top of that, because this is actually outside. This was outside. This was never meant to be insulated or heated, or not never meant to be, but I knocked all the walls out except the mains, and then that's what I'm building off of. But where all these mains are, these little gaps, is what I'm kind of filling in with the caulk right now, to make sure I got no air leaks before I go ahead and start putting the insulation. Like these little panels underneath there, I could actually start doing the insulation where all the wiring's done already and start insulating that. And with the insulation, I always buy the little bit to flap over to get the vapor barrier. But a lot of people say, well, don't staple here for the drywallers are coming in. Well, I'm the drywaller. Not only that, is where all my studs are, I mark them on the floor. And I mark them on the ceiling to know where the studs are to screw into, so you can snap a line and make sure you hit all those studs. But right now, all I'm doing is I'm putting the caulk all around the perimeter and all around the base. And another reason why is because on the outside, when you're doing the siding and the vapor barrier and the Pink Panther on the siding, you always have everything sealed, buttoned up high, but go down all the way low, and nothing's really buttoned up at the bottom, because that's where it kind of breathes, where you have to let the water drain out. So if you have to let the water drain out, guess what? That's a place for air. So that's why I'm sealing the bottom around here. All right, talk to you later. Subscribe. All right, I'm gonna have to open this door. I went through 4 tubes of the caulk, and man, this smells so bad. I did the whole perimeter about up to that window right there, so now I know all this whole corner I could insulate everything in here. And what I'm using is Guardian R15, because this is actually 2x4 insulation, and this is 2x4s here. Although I do have to open the door, because man, that window caulk is just like so strong. It smells just like vinegar. So I had to go ahead and open. Oh, wrong key. Look at all my keys. Look like a janitor, right? But either way, it does smell. I do got the foam for here. Like, I foamed the base all the way around on the inside next to the 2x6, next to the, what's it called, the ledger. I did insulate that with foam, but that was fast foam. And right now I'm using, for the windows and doors, you have to use slow foam because you don't want it to bend it out of shape. But right now I'm gonna actually start with this insulation, and I'm gonna insulate that panel, and start going all the way to this main beam right here, so I could get some insulation and some moisture barrier starting to put up. Because if we leave this door open right here, it'll keep it warm. But if we leave this door open also, you feel a draft in there. So I gotta get this insulated, and the Arctic blast supposed to give us a break so I can get this floor down and finish this. I want to show you the insulation, because this right here, this big one, what is this, R30 or R19, is underneath half of this floor already, but I ran out. All right, that 100% silicone. It's cold outside. I was in this closed room. Oh my God, it smelled so bad, like vinegar. I stopped the draft for one, but now I got a bigger draft because I got the door propped open to get rid of the smell. My wife said it was too much in the house. So I'm starting to insulate right now. Cause you see I'm dressed for it. Shorts, short sleeve shirt, no mask, no glasses. But this brown insulation isn't as bad as the pink one, to tell you the truth. But I'm just trying to put up little by little. I mean, this vortex and this daylight savings time really has me worn out. This right here, I really couldn't fit any gap in 2x4s right here. So you see, I'm actually gonna put slow rise foam in here and caulk this. And this right here spreads for a vapor barrier. It creates its own vapor barrier, but like I did in my attic, I put a whole vapor barrier, like I think it was like 6mm plastic over the whole thing before I drywall it. I'm even gonna put the vapor barrier around that right there and the Pink Panther around that and the ceiling before I put that up. But this is day 26 that I've been working on this, and I'm just caulking, trying to stop all the air leaks right now, and hopefully Sunday I'll be able to get the floor down, the subfloor. All right, talk to you later. All right, what's going on, everybody? Rob here, aka Trav2323, on my back porch project that I have been working on to bring this back porch to it wasn't even a summer back porch because there was no air conditioner, so it was just all windows. It was so hot. But what I want to show you is I do got my big buddy heater right here because I'm working back here and I'm starting to insulate. But I wanted to let you know that I built all this frame on myself, and if you can see, I'm gonna put a new subfloor, but that's caulk all the way around the floor. And I used regular silicone, 100% silicone caulk, and the ammonia smelled so bad, so I stopped because I'm inside. I'm in a closed room. I opened the door to get some of that ammonia smell out. I'm gonna go back to some of this window stuff right here because this didn't smell as bad as the 100% silicone like they use on fish tanks. Well, that's what I started doing the perimeter with. I'm getting my garbage together. And let me tell you, draft-wise, where the frame hits the floor right here, it's such a huge difference in draft where it's caulked at. If I stand here, I don't feel it on my feet. But where I stopped caulking it, I stopped right here. That's why I stopped the insulation right here. But where I put my feet right here, you feel the coldness right there because that 2x4 is just sitting on the perimeter of the old porch. Therefore, it's a place where air can come through. And when you're framing and everything on the outside with the insulation and the house wrap, you're taught don't seal the bottom because everything got to drip through. But on that, now granted, I'm putting the subfloor down. That's why the door's raised a little bit. We're putting the subfloor down. But even the subfloor, I'm going to caulk that whole perimeter. And this floor right here, this what this is for. Half of this is already insulated. I got to do the other half right there. But also, instead of putting the sealant on the floor, I'm going to screw the floor down. I'm going to put the Pink Panther, that thin house wrap that folds over. I'm going to put that on this floor before I put the other floor down to make it warmer, because this is outside and that Arctic blast really did have it cold in here. But I have the heater right here. Man, it is toasty in here, but you still feel the drafts around where I didn't caulk the bottom yet. I wanted to let you know. Subscribe, like, share. YouTube, Trav2323.